Honey Badger and welcome to this broadcast. I'm just going to quickly check my audio's on. It is, yep. Good. Right. Also good. So it's been 2 weeks since I last broadcast. A few things has happened since I last broadcast. I can't remember the previous week. I think I just didn't get around to doing some recording. But the week before that, I went away. It was, give me a second. On Monday, just gone, it was my birthday. I turned 28. And I decided to take myself to Luxembourg. And I ended up in Germany as well. And at the end of the holiday, I went around London. So that was quite nice. So that's why I've not been doing much broadcasting. I had made some videos, and I've been posting some videos up now and again, to keep my YouTube platform active and alive. I have also, I've also did a little silly little video to go for the occasion as well. What you can see on my YouTube Shorts. Um, I filmed. Basically, what I did is I've gone past 100 subscribers. Woo! I know that might not be enough for people, but for me personally, I think that's quite a good milestone. That's like the next milestone. Like the first milestone is to get. Well, yeah, I suppose your first milestone is to get your first subscriber. What I have done, and then your second milestone is to get 50, and then the third milestone on YouTube would be 100. And I think the next one after that would be rather like a 500 to 1,000 subscribers. Like I think 500 is a moderate one to get, and then 1,000, of course, is the next big one. And then it's knowing what to do next is the thing. So I mainly do streaming. So my full name is Honey Badger GNL. The G stands for gaming, and the L stands for location because I sometimes go out and film random locations and stuff. And that was my whole premise of this channel, was I wasn't going to be a one-man band where I have just one game focusing on. I took my inspirations from the gamer YouTubers like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye and PewDiePie back when he did stuff. I always wanted to do gaming because that's what my passion is. And filming in random locations is hard because you have to go out and find the places and film. And there's also like the thing of editing and whatnot. And I'm more of a live streamer because I discovered very early on in my YouTube career that I'm not great with editing. You know, like I basically do the bare minimum. I basically hit the go button. I broadcast for an hour because I feel like that's a good enough time to like watch it as a video later when it's not live, and then um end the broadcast, say goodbye, done and dusted, slap a thumbnail on, and call it a day. Give the name a title. I always go for the basic titles, just name what the game is. You know, Sometimes when I do my little YouTube shorts and do my locations, I actually do think about the name and think about description. Like, for example, this description of this game is, I think, this particular broadcast is games I like to play. I've been toying for what the description should be. Basically, I found it's basically like it's a way for me to mentally categorize which broadcast is which, or for you guys to figure out which broadcast it is going to be. If you don't know, it doesn't really matter the description. It's the title. I think what matters. And then when it comes to my thumbnails, because I heard on like when you're doing YouTube, it's best to do thumbnails so you can promote your channel and get out there. And at the end of the day, that is the main goal. As much as I do this for fun, as a little hobby, something to make me feel good. At the end of the day, if you do get famous, you do get up there, you want to stand out for the crowd. So I have a couple of things that make me different from the rest of the crowd. For example, I do like my own Microsoft Paint thumbnails and whatnot. Other arty things are available. I think mine is Microsoft because I do it on the Microsoft computer. Just like the fact is, I play PlayStation games. All the console games are available. I think, well, there's only two other main brands. Um, and so that's my platform for recording and stuff. So I do that, and that's always been my main goal in life. So I keep it simple. I do what I love. Um, so that's that. So that's why I've been for a week, and why I haven't been doing any recording. I thought to myself, hey, today's Sunday. I'm not doing anything. I was thinking of going out and doing a bit of extra work, but there's been I need to get myself to work. I have to take the train, and there's a replacement bus service at the moment. So I'm like, I'll tell you what, I've got nothing going on. I'll do some extra recording. Because normally with my broadcasts, I also have set days I try and broadcast. I try and do Sniper Elite 5 on a Tuesday, and then do I will have been doing, this is something I'll be coming into in a minute, 35 M&M or miles on a Wednesday, and then Life is Strange True Colors on a Thursday. But it's been always like a rough guide because I don't always do it on those set days. So that's why I always tell people to ring the notification bell, because you don't know when I'm going to upload. I have a very mixed scheduling system, but I have a rough guide. That's why I always say I have a rough guide, a rough plan of action. Because I do like doing it. It's just I just need to find time to do it and keep myself focused. It's that focusing on something. Um, Going back to the games, since my broadcasting is not just me playing the video games, sometimes I do mention up and coming stuff, because I don't have a newsletter, or I'm not on any big social media platforms where I can tell information. Maybe in the future when I get bigger. Uh, but we'll see. So I've decided that I'm no longer gonna do 35 mm or miles. That Russian problem solving game / maybe thrill horror thing. I completely stopped doing it. I've actually deleted it from my PlayStation menu. The reasons behind I've done that is when I went to do a recording, it hasn't got a really good save progress system. Doesn't self save. Like in this game, True Colors, it saves your progress. Yeah, you might have to go back a bit when you start the game again, but the other game didn't have that, and I keep going back to the chapter I was doing. And normally I just roll my eyes and catch up, and then once I've catched up, I press play, and so you guys don't see a repeat of what I've already done. It's all new. If you wanna, but I've had some trouble with one of the missions where I had to find a bucket, and then I had to find a well, and then I couldn't find a bucket, and it's been a whole big finding bucket crisis. Anyway, so. And then sometimes when I ever get stuck in video games, I go on YouTube, I figure it out. I'll be watch small clips of someone doing it. I'll be like, oh, so that's how you do it. And then I'll be like, okay, let me do it on my channel, because YouTube is a big community thing. We're all helping each other out. That's how I see it, at least. We're all one big, family of YouTubers, big or small. Yeah. Anyway, so I did that, and then I I couldn't find the item I know that where the item is because I did it in a previous YouTube, but then I couldn't find the item again. I was like, oh my god, I couldn't. I had a good look for it, and I got all worked up, and I was like, do you know what? The fact is that this game wasn't what I expected to be. For one, it's all speaking Russian. I don't speak Russian. Two, I have like dyslexia, so I can't read well. I'm very, very, very minimalized reading capabilities. Like for example, when we're like playing Sniper Elite and we find like documents and papers, I always tell people, "Hey, if you want to like read it yourself, see what this says, um, you can, but only when you watch it as a video later. You can pause the video. You know, I try and leave enough time for people to pause videos so they can read what it says. Of course, as a live stream like we're doing now, you can't actually do that because it's all broadcasting live. So yeah. Um so with the game itself, I kind of like, do you know what? I'm not having fun. And like also there's a bit of a horror element to it, and I was like, I don't want to do horror. I'm not really expecting it. I thought it would be like a walking simulator type thing, like Dear Esther, or Everyone's Gone to the Rapture, for one of those early games I used to do when I first started out. You know, I thought it'd be something like that. I thought it would be a nice, chill, walking game. Yeah, there was a bit of like rushness with like that bear attack in that game. If anyone watched it, of course. So I decided that, do you know what? I have cancelled some games before, and I've always had some express my own opinions if I not enjoy a game. Sometimes I like moan and grumble and like, oh, I don't like this game. Don't know if I'm going to play it anymore. And then next week I just play it. I continue playing it. So, or sometimes I go like, oh, do you know? I always say, oh, I think I might finish this game, or I don't know if I'm going to do this game, but I still continue doing it because I try and do as much as I can. But for this time, it was too much, and I really tried with that game. I wanted to like grumble through it and just do it because I don't like finishing halfway through, you know. And also, I brought the game, and I'm like, well, I might as well have to play it. You know, I have brought games in the past where I decided that it wasn't the best, you know. So I've decided that I'm gonna do a different game. And actually, the other game I looked at is going to be something similar to a story-based game. So these like story-based games like Life is Strange, and or maybe like action adventure games like Sniper Elite. They're kind of my kind of things. I do like my Sims simulator games because I used to have a Twitch channel. What I've at the moment I've temporarily stopped. I might come back to it. I like kind of like stopped doing it because I was broadcasting too much, and I wasn't broadcast. I found my limitation of like 3 broadcasts a week. I think most YouTubers do like one broadcast a week and stuff. Because that's the thing is, it's like you have to have time for yourself, or you have to think about work, and you have to think about your outside life, you know. And I don't work much, so of course I've got more time on my hands, but still, I like chilling by myself and being with my mates and whatnot. So that's another thing is I have to find time to juggle all this, and I love doing YouTube. Don't get me wrong, you know, I just have to get into the mindset. So that's why I've stopped that game. It was just not working out. So, moving on. So Life is Strange 2. So what happened last time we played this game? Well, we went with Ethan. We did a bit of a fantasy. Not Life is Strange 2. Sorry, Life is Strange True Colors. My apologies. We we was with Ethan. We were in a magical world. We were cheering him up because his dad died in the very first episode. Sorry, spoilers. You should be watching my broadcasts. And you know, And that was all going well. We're now with, I think her name's Charlotte, and there's something going wrong with her because she's clearly angry. She's a bit angry at me for like prying, but like we're gonna figure out what is wrong. Why is she so cross? Of course, the mining company who killed Ethan's dad, they're like covering up. They're a bit shady. We don't know what's going on. And of course, we did tell her that we should set her deal because the mining company says, "Hey, if you don't sue us, we'll give you money." And with that, thinking, "Oh, maybe that would be good for Ethan." You know, take the liability money and stuff. Sometimes, you know, that can help. And I thought to myself, because we just started the game, that was the good decision because, yeah, you could take them to court, but big companies can always have like more influence and stuff. And so I told her to settle. So maybe she's a bit cross that why did I settle? Maybe I should have fought for it. Who knows? So we're gonna feel her aura. We're gonna look at some things around this room, since Alex, our main protagonist, can feel emotions through um, stuff. So we're gonna do that. Before we do, as always, I will like to say that this game does contain violence and bad language. I don't think there is anything else to it, but we've done our intro, we've done some explaining. So now we're going to play the game. Yay! Right, so got a message. We won't read this. We're going to figure out what's wrong with her. Oh. Excuse me.
Her anger is so intense. Maybe there's something here that can tell me why.
So I'm just going to pause for a second. I know we just started. I've noticed every time she goes into the deep emotions, like when Ethan was scared back in the early episodes with the whole like chasm thing. He see monsters in the pits and stuff. Like with Eleanor with the flower shop when she's losing her mind. When we later sadly found out she had Alzheimer's. Um, you can see like numbers around the room, and she's like, "Oh, you could not just feel the emotions, but you can see the emotions too." So with I think it was Christina or something. Oh, I forgot her name. Terrible names. You could see like the whole room is shook up, and all the like emotions are flying everywhere. So I love this. I love what Deck, I think it's Deck Nine, Don't Nod have done with this, and Square Enix. I think the companies who make this. I love what they've done with this. This is very cool. Anyway. Right, so we've got some things that are glowing, so we have to read these.
Ryan, it's your fault. You were supposed to protect
Charlotte.
us. Why couldn't you? Gabe, it's your fault. Why would you teach me to need someone again just to go and leave me all alone? Alex, it's your fault. Everyone loves you. But I can't look at you without thinking about how fucked everything is since you came into my life.
Oh.
She's so angry at everyone around her. But there's something else here. What is wrong with me? I can't let myself feel this way. When did I become such a fucking monster? Ethan! It's your fault. Why couldn't you just fucking listen?
Oh.
You're angry at him. At Ethan. You blame him. I'm a bad mom, Alex. Charlotte.
Charlotte.
Charlotte. I hate my son, Alex. He's sweet, and he's creative, and he's the most important thing in the entire universe to me. And I hate him. For so long, it was just me and him. It took so long to learn how to be okay with that. And I was. But then... Gabe... I can deal with hating Ryan. Or you. Or even Gabe. But Ethan... If he had just listened, Gabe would still be alive. It all comes back to that.
Oh.
What you're feeling makes more sense than you think. Your pain matters too. None of it fucking matters. He's dead. I wish I were too. This anger could kill her, and nothing I'm saying is helping. What if I could just take it away?
Ooh. Are we gonna unlock a new power or something?
I can do it. I can take her anger from her.
I don't think we should.
What would that do to her? What would it do to me? And even if I can, should I?
Nah. I don't think we should. I don't think we should, but I'll let the vote happen first. Yeah, I'm gonna leave her alone because I don't. We shouldn't mess with emotions as much as Nah.
I can't. I'm sorry, Charlotte.
People need to grieve, and anger is one of the grievements.
I wish I could do something. That makes two of us.
Okay. Hear me out. Is Typhon run by the Illuminati?
That would explain the conspicuously triangle-shaped logo.
Boom! Finally cracked it.
Hey.
Alex. So, how did things go with Charlotte?
I don't know. She was hurting so much. I thought I'd be able to help her, but I couldn't.
If you couldn't help her, I'm sure no one could.
So please tell me that the USB stick revealed all of Typhon's secrets.
Not yet, but... Alex...
We found a recording of Gabe's call.
I should probably... I need to know.
We're here.
Even. Okay.
We're here for you. Okay?
Typhon safety. Mac? It's me. Fuck off, Jen. Yeah, okay, just listen. I need you to call off the explosion. Ethan's in the blast radius. Shit. He could get killed. What the hell's wrong with you? He snuck off. We're up here right now, trying to find him. Mac, please. All right, I'm on it. We'll halt the blasts. Fuck. You can't imagine the headaches this will create for me. Thanks, Mac. Whatever. Just doing my job.
They just ignored him. It's so fucked.
You know it's bad when Mac turns out to be the good guy.
You okay?
We're taking these fuckers down. This USB stick has what I need. Time to dig through it. A cold case and a warm beer.
Talk about a needle in a haystack.
We're gonna get... Ryan brought this down from his station. Hope it comes in handy. Gabe's call came in from the sat phone at 8:41 p.m. I should find the next call and see if that has any information.
8:41 p.m. And so, yeah, we need to go. There's some more calls on here. I kind of want to listen to all of them, if we can.
This is ACFC. How can we feed you? Is the Good Pickins chicken thing still going on? It sure is. Nice. Let me get a large order of the spicy nuggets. Excellent choice. And would you like the biscuit and gravy or the mashed potatoes and gravy? Oof. Okay. Sir? Oh, fuck. Sorry. Do you need a minute? No. I'm, gonna go with the potatoes. Yeah, let's just do potatoes. You could do both for 50 cents extra.
Oh my god.
You still there? Yeah. No, no, that's okay, just the potatoes. Okay, I've got you down for a large order of spicy nuggets with potatoes. That'll be ready for you to pick up in about 30 minutes. Thanks.
That was riveting.
Wow. Decide. Sorry, I'm coming back from a cough. Up north, I don't think we do it down south, but up north they have chips and gravy. I've never had. Might have chips and gravy before, accidentally on with food, but no, I know it's a special. Biscuits, I don't. This is because it's America. Biscuits for us are like what Americans call cookies, but then we also call cookies something else. Like if it's a chocolate chip, if it's got chips in them, like chocolate and chip, and it's big, that's a cookie. But like little baked, if you go over Google like rich tea, digestives, whatever, Bourbon's biscuits, custard creams. If you Google any of those ones I just mentioned, those are what we call biscuits. And you have them with a cup of tea or coffee, normally with two. I don't know anyone who has one biscuit with a cup of tea or coffee or whatever. But biscuits are something else in America. Like our biscuits can also be their scones. Like no, so it's so confusing. So our biscuits is their scones. Their scones is something else. There's nothing else. It's completely. It's so confusing. How many? Let me see if I can get this right. Our biscuits are their is what they would what we would call scones. So if you have a biscuit in America, it looks like a British scone. But the fact is, could also be like this like meaty thing as well. I don't know what it is. All I know is that what we call biscuits, they call cookies, but we also have a certain category called cookies. It's a very, very confusing thing to think about. I want to listen to all of these. I normally could just scroll right down to like the 8 o'clock after 8 o'clock one, but I want to listen to all of these. So, because I can. I want to listen to all of them, just because. Yeah, why not?
Lace Flowers, this is Riley. How can I help you?
Hey, Bev, it's me.
Mac, hey, what's up?
I'm on lunch. Oh, you're not gonna believe what J-Man did this morning with some of the new dye. Hey, so I'm not sure about this part here.
It's Mac.
Is that Gabe?
Hey, Mac, can we talk later? I'm kinda busy.
Busy how?
Let's hang out when you get off, okay?
Hold up, why is Gabe there?
Okay, talk soon. I love you.
Wait, Riley!
Oh, Mac.
Ooh. Well, I want to listen to that again.
Lace Flowers, this is Riley. How can I help you?
Hey, Bev, it's me.
Mac, hey, what's up?
I'm on lunch. Oh, you're not gonna believe what J-Man did this morning with some of the new dye. Hey, so I'm not sure about this part here.
It's Mac.
Is that Gabe?
Hey, Mac, can we talk later? I'm kinda busy.
Busy how?
Let's hang out when you get off. Hi, Belt Plumbing. How can I help you?
Hi, I'm of Typhon Mining. I think we had one of your plumbers up here last week.
Typhon Mining. Give me just 1 second to check our records. Yes, I have a record of a service call regarding some sewage backup.
Yeah, so, I don't think it's fixed.
The field report I have says that the issue was diagnosed and solved. Can you describe what you're seeing?
Oh, I really can't. Look, can you just send someone?
I'll have someone out to you later this afternoon.
Great.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Nasty.
Probably was a fat with it. Well, no, it's a plumber, so sewage pipe. It could be sewage pipes, mining tunnels, maybe. I don't know. No, it probably was be a local plumber though. I don't know. I was thinking of like in proper sewage pipes, big sewage pipes. You get something sometimes with the old ones. You can get fat bursts, like clogged up fat, what can get stuck in the sewage pipes. Basically, that is like build up of things what do not need to go down the toilet. Mainly wet wipes. You should never flush wet wipes down the toilet because they can't decompose like toilet tissue and sewage waste. That's why they always recommend that you should expose them in like a bin or something if you have wet wipes. Never flush anything. Just because it says flushable doesn't mean it's flushable. Right, next one.
Typhon Mining, this is Diane.
Hi, Diane. It's Rose down at Town Hall.
Hey, Rose, how are you?
Oh, I'm busy as a bee this time of year. You have a second? Some folks have come in here with some questions about the expansion and all that. I was hoping you could give me some answers to pass along to them.
I'll do my best. What are the questions?
Let's see here. Okay, first question. How many jobs do you expect to create by opening a second pit?
We'll be starting with 25 new positions, but that number is expected to grow to 45 within the first year.
Oh, give me just a moment here to jot that down. Alrighty, next up. Number of questions regarding risks for pollution. Water, air quality, etc., etc. Anything you can offer there?
You know, let me pass that on to our environmental outreach department. They'll get back to you with all the relevant fact and figures.
Oh, sure. No problem at all. And last one. They want to know if there will be more mining vehicles driving through town.
Yes, we will be increasing our transportation needs somewhat with the expansion. But to minimize disturbance, we plan to direct drivers to stick to approved trucking routes. And of course, never after 6 o'clock.
Never after 6. Thanks so much, Diane. That's all I have for you right now.
My pleasure. Have a good one, Rose.
You too.
Diane is really good at pretending to be a person.
You know, if you're next to a mining town, you should expect big trucks. Where I live, I'm not too far away from a quarry, but it's not on a route of us. You know, but I know if I go down a certain road, you can expect quarry trucks. But yeah, if I lived in a mining town, I would expect vehicles going in and out with mining all the time. It's just become the norm, you know. It'd be like living next to an airport. You get used to the noise, you know, or next to a highway or something, or motorway, you know. Anyway.
Typhon Mining, this is Brandon. Hello, I'm calling from the Department of Land and Resources to confirm the inspection set for next week. Yeah, let me grab Diane for you. Thanks.
This is Diane.
Hi, Diane. I'm calling to...
Confirm inspections?
Yes. Did you have a chance to look over the email I sent?
I did. Everything looks great.
Glad to hear it. I'll see you Thursday then.
Have a good one.
You too.
There must be a lot riding on these inspections.
Next one.
Typhon Safety. Mac? It's me. Fuck off, Jen. Yeah, okay. Just listen. I need you to call off the explosion. Ethan's in the blast radius. Shit. He could get killed. What the hell's wrong with you? He snuck off. We're up here right now, trying to find him. Mac, please. All right. I'm on it. We'll halt the blasts. Fuck. You can't imagine the headaches this will create for me. Thanks, Mac. Whatever. Just doing my job.
So that was the thing we just heard. So now we need to find something what could incriminate them more.
Lena, it's Diane. We have a problem.
You're kidding.
There's a kid lost in the mountains near the pit. We need to postpone. Lena?
Haven is your site, Diane, and therefore this is your decision. I know I don't need to remind you of the stakes.
Someone could be hurt. Or killed.
We've been over this. Anyone up there has disregarded posted notices and accepted full liability.
We're talking about a child. I'm just asking for one day.
If you postpone tonight's scheduled blast, you put Rhea in jeopardy. That puts the whole company in jeopardy. Is that what you want?
No.
Then do the math and make the right call. Email me when it's done.
I will.
What the hell is Rhea?
Must have been pretty damn important.
Maybe Diane says more about it in her email?
Maybe. Let me see if I can find it.
Ooh. Okay. We just had this one, didn't we?
Lena.
Hello, Diane. Is it safe to assume you've gotten your emotions under control?
My emotions? someone was killed last night because of a decision you made. I
would be very careful with what you say next. Who do you think is more at risk here? Me or you?
Excuse me?
Now, of course, we're all committed to helping you make it through this difficult period. We don't want to see anyone be scapegoated over an unavoidable accident, right?
Right.
Great. Then you and I are aligned. Who else knew there were people in the mountains?
Just my safety manager, Mac. He got their distress call just before I contacted you.
Do you trust him?
I think I can convince him to be trustworthy.
Good. Good. Only one point of contact, and you've got him handled. I think we're going to make it through this just fine. Speak to you soon.
Okay.
I refuse to feel bad for Diane in all this, but damn.
This Leah character is the real villain. They're thinking about profits and money and all this lot of greed. Don't care about people's safety. See, if you that I'm no lawyer, but if you took those two clips and the one with like Mac and stuff when Gabe was talking, that would be yeah. There's warning posters saying, "Hey, there's a blast. Stay away from this area." Blah blah blah. But you know, technically, people did trespass. Okay. Yes, that's not great, and the fact is, it was a kid who doesn't know sense from danger. You know, like if it's an adult, then they had sense and they should know better. Because it was a kid, he didn't know better. That they say, hey, we've got some kid who's lost up here. You need to call the blast off. And people will grumble, roll their eyes, and that'll be it. Be called off until the safety of the child has been found. Then do the blast. So technically, the company is also liable for safety, I think. So they will probably go down hard. And she clearly says, like, you know, scapegoat and stuff, trying to make it. I can see prison. I can see that the justice hammer going down on this Leah character. Alright, this next one.
H&B Investigations. Bennett speaking.
Hi, Bennett. This is Diane Jacobs. Lena told me.
Yep, been expecting your call.
Okay. I'm not sure what the next step is.
Just need all the pertinent information on the employee in question. Name, number, address, significant others. We'll handle the rest.
I see.
Just come by the office. My secretary will take everything down. No records that you were even there.
Got it. Okay. I'll come by tomorrow.
Looking forward to it.
It's so gross that Typhon has people watched.
Sounds like a private investigator. Interesting.
Typhon Mining, this is Diane.
Hello, Diane. My name is Rory Praha. I'm a journalist with the Rocky Mountain Gazette. We'll be printing a story on last night's accident in the paper tomorrow. Would you like to provide a comment?
Yes, I would. Last night's accident was tragic, and made all the more unfortunate by the fact that it could have been avoided with a simple phone call.
A simple phone call. Can you speak more about that?
Of course. Typhon always has a safety manager on duty. One quick call from Mr. Chen to our 24-hour emergency line would have alerted us that there were people in the danger zone, and we could have reacted accordingly and stopped the blasts.
Are other Haven citizens in danger of meeting the same fate as Gabe Chen?
Absolutely not. As long as you heed the warning signs, you will be safe. And if you ever do find yourself in an emergency, that's what our emergency line is for. There's no danger whatsoever.
All right. We'll be sure to include your comments. Thanks for giving me your time, Diane.
Have a nice day.
I almost threw up listening to that.
Same.
So Diane lied to the press. She knew, she got told to go ahead with the blast. So now, of course, not only the Typhon is liable for the accident, Diane has also got secondary life because she was worried about her job and her career. Oh my god, like what I'm gonna do, I need this job, blah blah blah. So she went along with the blast, but Mac was informed that there were people down there. and they still went ahead. So it's this is very interesting. This is a criminal. The charges of criminality are stacking up high, I say.
Typhon Mining, this is Diane.
Diane, it's Jason.
Hello, Deputy. You have good news for me?
I suppose I do. You are officially cleared to continue regular operation. The county no longer considers your pit an active crime scene.
Well, that's a huge relief.
Now, to be clear, the investigation is still open and active. Typhon hasn't been cleared of anything yet.
Sure, I understand. But can we start mining again?
Yes, you can start mining again.
Is there anything else?
Nope. No, that's it.
Well, thanks for the call.
Yeah, no problem. Take care, Diane.
You too.
Seems a lot easier to get away with murder than you'd hope.
Yeah, so they're still under investigation, but basically the police have came down. They've got evidence, checked the crime scene, and cleared up the crime scene. It's all good, but they are still looking into it. But until an actual crime is being committed, so far, this is Lady Leah, Typhon. I've got just as. Basically, Alex just said, has technically got away with liability of murder. They are, yeah. Anyway, let's listen to this.
Typhon Mining.
Diane?
Oh, hey, Joe. How are you?
I'm good. Doing real good. So I have a pretty good list of candidates to go over with you. Looks like I've got 40 names.
Great work. When can we go over it?
Hey, Diane, can I be candid for a moment?
Please.
It's just, well, we've all been following the news, and I don't know, after that accident,
Joe?
I just want to be sure there really are positions waiting for these people.
There's nothing to worry about. If you have qualified candidates to show me, I have jobs to offer them.
Glad to hear it. You free Tuesday afternoon? Around 3?
Sure.
Great. Looking forward to it.
Me too. See you later, Joe.
I hope Typhon has a nice severance package.
So all the calls going, outgoing and ingoing. Interesting. Right. One unnecessary call to a chicken restaurant. That should be done on a personal phone, not an actual work phone, but whatever. So these are all the emails.
Seems like a lot is hanging on these inspections.
With these emails, I can't read, so I'll let you guys, if you're watching it as a video later, not as a broadcast now, because pause it, read it yourself. So what I'm gonna do is try and skim, but looks like all I have to do is get the little notes crossed off, so it should be good. But we'll go through each one.
This is the email Diane mentioned. So what is Rhea?
What is Rhea? Ooh.
He had a name and a life and a girlfriend and a sister.
Ooh, I'm gonna go back a second.
Seems like a lot is hanging on these inspections.
These looks like links.
Whatever Typhon was up to, it looks like they've all but gotten away with it. Of course, that was Diane's idea. I'm gonna make sure this expansion fails if it's the last thing I do.
Okay.
This is the email Diane mentioned. So what is Rhea? Rhea went off undetected. Was there a second blast? What did Lena say? Without the scheduled blast, Rhea would be discovered?
Shit. The blast that killed.
We didn't hear another explosion, though. It must have gone off somewhere else.
If we can find out where it was, that might tell us what it was for.
Ooh. So it was another explosion. Interesting. So it obviously sounds like this is Rayo probably is a code word for an acronym. Probably, most likely, it's like a sentry ray. Like it tells you where the like blast is going to be, blast radius, and they turned it off because there was 2 blasts. So the big loud blast was covering up this maybe another blast somewhere else, or a smaller blast. So something is in the Colorado mountains what is precious. Like, let me Google something. I'm gonna Google. See, let's do some real world digging. I'm gonna just quickly do something. Give me a second. What should I say? What precious metals are in Colorado?
According to USGS.gov, Colorado leads in the production of molybdenum concentrates and is a major producer of fire clay, gold, and grey helium. It also produces bentonite, cement, common clay, crushed stone, gypsum, industrial sand and gravel, lime, and silver.
But the ones that's highlighted on this article says fine clay. Well, clay is nothing. You know, graded helium. Helium can be explosive as well. But gold is precious. You know, I also see underneath it also silver, but gold as well. So they have gold mines. So I don't know what Typhon is digging up. I don't know what they. I don't think they ever said what is the mines. I think it's just random metal. I think they did say at the beginning, but I forgot. But that's interesting. So it could be they found a gold deposit and they want to extract the gold deposit. Gold, if I remember correctly from school, science in school, gold, titanium, and diamonds have to be digged really deep underground. It's not on the surface. So that would make sense that if there was 2 explosions, that you wouldn't hear the second one because it would be deep underground, but they haven't had permits. But who knows what they'd be doing over here? But nothing radioactive or anything. I was thinking on like, because I've been playing Sniper Elite, I'm thinking about my weapons testing.
Seems like a lot is hanging on these inspections.
No, we just had this.
A second blast. That's a Bond villain type stuff.
So.
You're going down, Typhon. I bet this is when Diane decided to start copying evidence to this USB stick. Wow, that's a funny way to spell criminal negligence.
Criminal negligence. I knew it would be negligence.
Damn. Is this what Diane sold her soul for? What a polite way of saying, I control you, and don't forget it. Situation? You mean that guy you killed? Too bad money can't fix all of Typhon's problems. Wait. Does this mean someone at Typhon feels actual human emotion? No. I'm not buying it. He's talking about it like it's a sure thing. Who would have thought getting away with murder would be so bureaucratic? The timing of all this is too convenient to be a coincidence.
This is 2019. This game's set in 2019. That's interesting.
And I thought above ground mining was terrifying.
Yeah, well, underground mining. You plant the you still have to get to those pocket veins wherever they may be, and they can be deep underground. And sometimes people, back in the olden days at least, when there was no health and safety, just used to work, you know, deep underground in small pockets where the blast dynamite going off. of course, health and safety is, improved all that. Ooh, what's this? Fire
Diane has dossiers on the entire Haven Council. That's not creepy at all. Typhon knows about Eleanor's dementia. Shit.
I said it was dementia.
It won't be so secure once we tell Jed what really happened that night. I knew that affidavit gave me a bad feeling. Poor Ducky. I didn't know.
His wife died.
What? Pike has a... Okay. Bigger fish to fry right now. This is Rhea. Fuck. This map's too small to tell where this is. I need a map.
Ooh.
That's the site of the 2008 Typhon mine collapse.
Wait, they set off a blast in their current mine to cover up a blast in their old mine?
That shaft was exhausted years ago. There's nothing left to dig up. What could possibly be down there that's so important to them?
Typhon just had to pass a bunch of inspections at the old site, didn't they?
Yeah, so?
So, I don't think they were digging something up. They were burying something.
Oh. And that's it. That's the end of the chapter. What were they burying? Okay, so obviously they're not digging it up. They were putting something back in. Something that what would a mining company be burying? Like, I get if it was a nuclear, company burying nuclear waste. That'd be fair enough. That's like, I think there's a place in, no, I think, where is it? Somewhere in Europe. There's somewhere in Europe. Maybe in the Balkans area. I don't know, but there's somewhere in Europe where they actually have buried radioactive material and then sealed it away in like this big massive concrete vault, because radioactive materials, are very poisonous and they don't go away. They stay active for millennia, so they've buried it. I get if they're burying something, but it couldn't be like any documents, because you could just burn those or bury those not that deep. So it has to be something big. Maybe they could be burying gold. Maybe they found some gold deposits and they're burying it to cover up. That could be it, because if it's just metal, or they found something, like some form of treasure or something. I don't know. Oh, the plot thickens. There's so many things what they could bury. Like, what would a mining company? Because it must be something. It must be something, because, like, going for the list of things that the that you can find in Colorado, because this game's based in Colorado, so all the things like helium and silver and clay, well, it has to be gold. It must be like they discovered a gold deposit, what they thought, because this town is a really old mining town, so obviously if they found gold in the early days, it would have all been like, you know, digged up and then sold off, and it would be like stripped bare of all of that. But if Typhon found a small gold deposit, what was small enough for the people in the head office to be rich as a retirement plan, maybe because the the company had so many lawsuits of unsafe practices. Maybe Typhon, maybe in this town, Typhon, they haven't been doing unsafe practices in this town, but in other towns too. Because of course, as a big mining company, they won't have just one big mining company; they'll have multiple mining companies. So maybe that they like discovered some gold and like, hey, do you know what? This company is going down. Why don't we bury gold? But they found some gold. They need to find a secret place to bury it when no one else will find it. So when they come back to later, so they covered up this massive blast so they can, I don't know. Because they expand on the pit, obviously, so they can get maybe more materials, but they want more workers, more jobs going. I'm gonna go for the gold theory. I'm gonna go that they found some gold and they want to keep it for themselves, and and they're gonna hide it in the mountains so they can come back for it later. But only to let this Leah girl, and maybe they rope Diane into it and say, hey, do this, and you can cut into the gold we found. And then she'd be like, oh, but there's no gold in these mountains. They went years ago, like back when with the mine rush and whatnot. Yeah, but we found some, and this company is screwed over with so much lawsuits and debt. Where it's only a matter of time before the company gets sold. So if you keep your mouth shut, you get a piece of this, and then we can sell the gold and be rich. We can move to like Canada or something like that. Yeah, and be rich. You could, we could retire early, Diane. That's my theory. Maybe they're, and the fact is, like, we don't stop for nothing. That's what it is. That's what I imagine. Anyway, let's have a look at my choices. Let's see what everyone else has picked. So Alex chose Steph to flirt with Diane. Okay, more than Ryan. More people did that. Alex left Charlotte with her anger. I think anger's part of grief. You can't get rid of someone's emotions. Emotions is who we are. Yeah. More people did take away the anger. It'd be interesting to see what happens. But you could probably fire that anger, direct it at Typhon. Maybe. Alex made Diane sad. Alex made Diane angry. We got her angry. Ooh. Alex didn't play the record player. I did that because of copyright reasons. More people did that. More people were right about copyright metrics. Alex did some weeding on the rooftop. Not many people did that. You didn't check your flowers, people. Ethan and Alex never got knocked out of the battle. More people. 0. Someone doesn't know how to do make believe. The troll was killed in the battle. Yeah, Alex. Okay. The serpent was slain in the battle. Steph helped Alex find out what Typhon was up to. Steph's interesting. King was 100%. 100% people beat that king. No one got slain. Interesting. Riley found out Eleanor's illness. Riley didn't know about. Oh, interesting. She found out. Interesting. Alex didn't play the songs. Okay, yeah. Solve the Jester's riddle. Yeah. We didn't help the blacksmith though. Okay. Let's go into the next chapter and then we'll finish. But we'll have to go into the next chapter first. Chapter 4.
Pike, it's all on this USB drive. All the evidence you need to nail Typhon for Gabe's death and plenty more.
Alright. Bring it with you. I'll meet you in an hour.
Thanks. Talk soon.
Citizens of Haven Springs, we are live at the Spring Festival. One final reminder to head over to the Lathe Flower Cart and grab a rose before they're gone.
At Haven's inaugural Spring Festival, eligible women of good stock and birthing age would offer up roses in order to attract a mate. What can I say? History is weird. Thankfully, we've lost the mating stuff, but kept the roses. And if you do have a special someone in mind, a rose is a great way to say you care. And an even better way to say, hey look, a rose.
Sounds fun. Is giving away a rose something I'd do? Maybe. I can decide downstairs.
Right. Ooh, are we going to give away a rose? Are we going to give the evidence away of Gabe's death to the police? Find out next time on Life is Strange True Colors. Right, I've been Honey Badger. I'd like to say thank you so much for watching. We will do some recording, most likely, fingers crossed, next week. I don't have any plans, but you never know. Things could happen at any moment in time. Anyway, I'd just like to say thank you so much for watching. If you like this video broadcast thing, leave a like. Don't forget to hit the subscribe to my channel. Let's get it to 500, or at least 104. Woo. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell to get notified on any broadcasts or videos. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.